We live in a society. Hey guys, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite movies. And a couple hours ago, I just watched the movie Joker with my cousin, who just came back to Hong Kong from UK. Shout out to my cousin. But I have to make this movie review immediately after I get home, after I eat dinner, and even though it's already 11 p.m. Anyway, because this movie is one of the most anticipated movies of 2019, alongside with, I guess, Avengers Endgame. Anyway, Joker is a standalone movie about the very, very famous, quite frankly, my favorite villain of all time, Joker. And it's a standalone movie, and a lot of people were kind of skeptical about the movie, but now I am 100% sure that this is a great movie. However, there are flaws. I don't really have to get into the plot itself, but basically, Arthur Fleck is poor. His mom was sick. He doesn't have any friends, or let alone girlfriends. His job sucks. His life sucks in general. Meanwhile, there are rich people like Thomas Wayne who are rich and who doesn't give a shit about poor people. And then all these bad things started to happen to Arthur, and then slowly but surely he evolves into the Joker. He snapped. Very slowly but surely he snapped, and he became the Joker at the end. And first of all, if you're expecting a lot of action and fighting and chases in the movie, you're going to be disappointed, because this movie isn't really a super villain movie anyway. It's not an action movie at all. It is a drama. It is a character study, a very deep and, well, not necessarily deep, but definitely twisted and disturbing, but actually kind of poetic character study of Arthur Fleck and how he became Joker. And to see the transition and evolution of Arthur Fleck to Joker is actually very heartbreaking, because he actually has a lot of tragic things happening to him throughout the movie. And actually, I kind of hoped that he wouldn't snap at the very beginning, but after these bad events, I kind of wanted to see him snap. I kind of wanted to see him change and cause chaos. And that's probably my favorite thing about the movie, is that it makes you, the audience, like what's wrong. And starts to think what's wrong is what's right. Because what's right in the movie, say Thomas Wayne or Murray, the talk show host, they are considered right people, but really they're wrong. They are rich sons of a bitches who doesn't care about poor people and people who are suffering. Meanwhile, killing people, causing chaos, it becomes the right thing, because you fight the wrong with the wrong. And this isn't the first movie who really sort of switches the positions of right and wrong. I mean, we have movies like Taxi Driver by Martin Scorsese, which this movie really follows its footsteps too. And I'm not saying that Joker rips off Taxi Driver. It's still two very different movies, and obviously Taxi Driver is the better one, but still, there are a lot of similarities between the main characters of Taxi Driver and Joker. In fact, both movies also feature Robert De Niro, which moves on to the next part of my review. The performances. They are fantastic. Robert De Niro, even though he isn't in the movie much, his performances is pretty good, actually, because he didn't phone in. He actually cared about his role. I mean, he is a talk show host in the movie, and the way he acted, he's like doing an actual talk show host impression, unlike that in the Jimmy Fallon show. Joaquin Phoenix's performance, though, dare I say it, it's Oscar worthy. It is straight up Oscar worthy. Yes, his performance in The Master, great. Actually, fantastic. Her, fantastic as well. And this one, just as fantastic. I mean, yeah, he should get nominated at least, if not winning. Another thing I really like about the movie, the cinematography. It's surprisingly good. I mean, coming from Todd Phillips, who didn't really direct serious movies before, he directed The Hangover Parts 1, 2, and 3, which are comedies that I think are kind of funny, but by no means are they great, let alone serious. And then all of a sudden he decides to make Joker. It's a pretty wise career choice, actually. So, shout out to Todd Phillips. The visuals for the movie actually has a personality, and it isn't as bad as I thought. There are a lot of beautiful lights and imageries that are that have a certain color palette that I really like. It perfectly suits the dark but laughably dark tone of the tragedy that is Gotham City. Also, the music is pretty nice. It isn't great, but it's pretty nice. The musical composer for the movie is Hildur, daughter of Guzna, and yeah, daughter of Guzna. It makes sense. And she also made the soundtrack for Chernobyl. And I'm gonna be honest here, I like the Chernobyl soundtrack a little more than this movie because in Chernobyl it's drony, ambient, mixing with the Geiger meter crackling sounds. But this movie's soundtrack, it's still pretty good with the flimsy strings to match up with the clown music. And I guess to end off the video, this movie is controversial and it's polarizing, and I get that it is disturbing for some mainstream viewers, but I'm gonna be honest here, it's really not that disturbing of a movie. It could have been harsher. I kinda wish this movie is harsher, in fact. Like, I know for some people this movie is a little too disturbing for them because they're looking for a family-friendly supervillain origin story. I mean, it's R-rated. Come on, guys. I just wish that the first act would have been harsher so that we see Arthur Fleck suffer even more before he starts his transition. But yeah, the last 20 minutes of the movie, it's amazing. The last 20 minutes is empowering as well. Not only do we see Joker pissing off what's right, but also getting the support of what's wrong. There are actually people who support what the Joker is doing to Gotham City, and that is actually really empowering. Also, dare I say it, but this movie is relatable. I do see myself in Arthur, and not that, I'm poor. I mean, I have a bedroom, I have a bunk bed. Pretty cool. Even though my bedroom is like 3 steps long, I'm satisfied with it. Not that I have a sick mom, not that I have a bad job, and not that I have a terrible mental illness. But I feel like I understand why this loneliness and this sense of everybody's crazy in the world drives you crazy because you should out craze all of them. Yeah, this movie's great. This movie's pretty great. There are a couple of cliche moments, and the script isn't really perfect, but it's still great. I'm saying Joker's mind blowing, and I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, a strong 8 to a light 9. So, have you watched Joker from 1 to 10? How much would you rate it? Like if you like it, and subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.